Guys, Mr. El Green, the genius is here. Since I've always been an inspirational person, here I am. You know what? I want to share with you a mind hack. It genuinely is a mind hack. It allowed me to stay consistent on doing the most difficult tasks for almost 5, 6 months. And I could have kept it going. But what actually happened was, oh shit, it was just like a thought. I thought that I forgot to keep thinking about. That actually what just made me go on a downward spiral and lose all the fucking progress that I had made. I'm talking about my story when I fucked up so big. So I've always been paying attention to all the reasons why I fucked up, to all the reasons why I was not the person, I was not Mr. El Green anymore. I was not the person that I wanted to be anymore. So, I was super strong. I was going to the boxing classes. I was strong. I viewed myself to be valuable because I did the fucking boxing classes. I attended them. I went to the gym, and I ran every single fucking morning. Yeah, most of the times I would do that in the morning. So this package of habits, this package of work that I did on a daily basis actually made me valuable. It actually just was connected to the thought that I had in mind that I'm a valuable person. So it was just basically because of the thought, because I believed that those activities made me valuable as an individual. So my actions were tied to the thought that I had in mind. Actions, here, let me make it very clear, dipshits. Okay, I'm gonna use my body language because I'm a genius. Now I'm gonna demonstrate this point to you as smartly as possible. So all the actions, me running every single morning, me going to the boxing classes, and me going to the gym, those actions actually shaped my thoughts. So when I right now start trying to remember that thought, it was just like I'm a valuable individual. My attention is highly valuable. I am worth something, and I valued myself based on the actions, based on the tasks that I completed. You get what I'm saying? So once you understand that I started to slip, once the reason why I fucked up and went on a downward spiral was just because I stopped thinking positively. When I say thinking, like a lot of people talk about what? Self-hypnosis, talk about what? Affirmations, blah fucking blah. I'm not saying write 25 affirmation statements every single morning. This shit doesn't work. This shit is garbage. I don't believe in it, but I believe in positive thinking because I actually, got the positive results that came with it. So positive thinking is super important. It doesn't need to be like a paragraph to remember. It just can be as simple as a sentence. A sentence reminding yourself that you are a valuable individual. It sounds stupid almost. It sounds very easy to do, but the real hack is you keeping it in your mind. No matter what the outward circumstances, no matter who looks at you, no matter how people view you, because honestly, if you are viewed in a certain way, you know what happens to you or how you react to them. And your reaction is shaped by a thought. So let's imagine you're walking down the street and you fall down. You fall, boom, you crumble, you fall to the fucking ground. There are two approaches towards that. As I told you earlier, you know what happens to you or how you react to them. You know what? I saw this fucking, I was about to say this morning, but it happened almost in the afternoon. So I saw a bicyclist, after I just did my fucking practical driving lesson, completed it, I was just walking. I saw a fucking cyclist. They fell to the fucking ground, right? They fell. They fell, and guess what happened after that? Well, I literally did not monitor the situation because I couldn't give a fuck. But if I were in their position, if I were in their shoes, I would have two approaches in regards to that. Two approaches. The first one is to think negatively, feel embarrassed, blah, blah, blah. When I say feel embarrassed, you can affect it with your thoughts. Because if you genuinely, if you leave it, if you don't control your mind and let people's opinions and how you're reviewed control you, if you let those things control you, then of course you're going to be embarrassed. Of course you're going to look like a dumbass. Of course, you're going to be ashamed. Of course you're going to keep thinking negatively. But the true power is this. You can control your own mind. When I say this, most of you dipshits Won't believe me. But I'm looking for the minority that believes in those things. You might have heard of that. You might have, been instructed to do that by self-help gurus, blah, blah, blah. I'm not telling you. You know what? I know what those motherfucking gurus say online and write in their fucking books, self-help content. I know what they say to you. Oh yeah, write statements, affirmations every day. Think positive, think positive. Think positive. Okay, what does it mean? What sentence that I need to keep thinking about in my mind so it can actually be an individual worth something? So it just can be a simple, any simple sentence that reminds you that your attention is valuable, because like attention is currency. There's something that I use personally. I used in the past, well, especially when I was in fucking Egypt. That was crazy. But when I was in Egypt, honestly, in the first few months, my mind was fucked. I could not know how to think. I was like, the English language is a brand new concept to me, so just kind of confused. So like my mind was like, I had different thoughts. The best, you wouldn't believe me, the best human experience is the experience in which you think the same thought constantly. I'm not saying you become a dumbass. You don't interact with the environment around you. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying you don't work in your business, or you don't do sales, or you don't do any activity, just sit there, you don't go to the gym and don't become strong. I'm not saying that. I'm saying do what actually matters in your day, but remind yourself constantly that you are a valuable individual. This is super important. So, man, I can speak from a personal experience. Even the way you're viewed by females is gonna change. Because, like, of course, nobody can read your thoughts, but your thoughts shape your facial expressions. They shape your body language. They shape, I wouldn't even say feelings, but they can be read to a degree, right? But like all these things just reflect who you are as a person. If you are confused and, your thoughts are not controlled by you, they're controlled by other people or by the environment, by the flow. No, if you literally let your thoughts, if you lose control over your mind, you're just another fucking feather in the wind. Another feather in the wind. That's the downside to it. So honestly, talking about the bicycle, I did not forget. So the first fucking option is for you to think negatively. The second option, after you fall, while you're just riding a fucking bike or e-bike or motorcycle, whatever, after you fall down, guess what happens? You can change in real time how you think. You can say, okay, I'm a valuable individual. You know what? And once you think it, I guarantee you won't give a fuck about the environment. You won't give a fuck about how many people are watching you. Genuinely. That's exactly what would happen to me. Get up, boom, use a motorcycle again, drive. Simple as that. Genuinely. You did not talk to any people, you did not answer any questions, completely ignore them. Nobody's here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm a valuable individual. Still, remind yourself that you're of your own fucking worth. Okay, simple. Yeah, okay, I'm still worth. Yeah, okay, made a mistake. Cool. Yeah, that's the beauty of it. I'm worth something. I'm valuable. My attention matters. Okay, that shit can be read. I guarantee you. So what else? Man, this thing can be applied to anything else. Genuinely. For example, you know what? I'll give you an example. An interesting one is today. I was training on a bench, call it chair, whatever. So, I was just doing some no, it was not actually a bench. It was, the six-pack bench. So that is directed in a specific angle. Anyway, I put my fucking water bottle. It's just filled with juice. Anyway, so I will put my water bottle next to me, and the top of it was open. Right, so I drank something. I drank some water, and I just start walking. I ignored it. I put this and I moved my hands incorrectly, and some water fell out of my fucking water bottle. People started looking, and as I said, you're not what happens to you. You're how you react to them. I reminded myself of my own worth. I said, okay. My attention matters. My attention is high value. Cool. I carried on training, and everybody forgot about it. This is the fucking beauty of it. So even man, even in the most negative scenarios, you know what? Even in the most negative scenarios, if you remind yourself of your own value, people are gonna be able to fucking sense it. I genuinely tried that. When I was in Egypt, I was thinking, like, I started thinking in fucking English. So, for example, I'd fuck up and make a mistake in my work. And you know what? At the time, I was just washing dishes, I remember. And I was like mopping the floor. So, sometimes I was not doing my job properly. And the boss would tell me off. This is a mind hack. You know what? I genuinely care about you guys. Nobody on planet Earth from fucking Syria is telling you how to hack your mind and keep it on your side. I mean, if you genuinely get it to this point, you'll never struggle with relationships ever again. You'll never struggle with social anxiety ever again. What is social anxiety? Social anxiety, it all stems from one thing, because you don't have control over your mind. Because if you had, you would be thinking consistently. Social anxiety is just losing a track of your thoughts. But I mean, I'm very, very sure, I'm 100% sure that everybody, no matter how smart, how stupid you fucking are, every motherfucker on the planet Earth, male or female, can change their thinking in real time. You can just keep the same thought in your mind and remind yourself of your worth over and over again. Why not? Everybody can do it. If the fucking Syrian refugee in Vienna can do it, you can't do it, dipshits. So it's as simple as that. This is a mind hack. You know what? I was so aware of it. I was so fucking aware of it when I first came here. I was like, it's impossible for me to think negatively. And I would, you know what? I would, when I first came here, I was a genius. And then I started like, my life started falling apart. But if I were to just give myself feedback, and if I were to go back in time, after my left lower leg broke, and I wasn't able to go for a run, or I wasn't able to go to the boxing classes and fight because of my fucking broken leg, guess what I would have done? If I were to go back in time, I would have used the same strategy. I would have consciously reminded myself of my own value, because at the time, I mean, even though I was not making that big a progress, but honestly, I was just like, I was going to the gym every day. Going to the gym is lifting weights. Lifting weights doesn't require me activating or aggressively using my left lower leg. So I could have kept making progress. I could have avoided that downward spiral if I just had control over my mind. If I was aware of this fucking mind hack, I would have implemented it. I swear to God. I knew, you know what, when I first came to Vienna, my mind was full of mind hacks. I hacked everything. And I was the most stared at person in any public environment. And everybody knew it. Everybody would have stared at me like, no way, this motherfucker is thinking positively. They could not, think about it consciously, but they just stared at me for a very long time. And I would even, in my mind, I would have criticized them. For example, how can I say that? Well, there were so many fucking scenarios. For example, let's say, females. Let's use females as an example, because so many of them begged for my attention. When I was at my peak, it was not even a peak. I called it a peak because I was so consistent. But honestly, when that peak did not come from me pushing hard every single day. I'm not saying, hard work is bad. I'm not saying it doesn't give you any benefits. What I'm saying is that peak all came from my consistent mindset. That peak came from my consistent thinking. Genuinely. Forget the crap. I'm telling you I'm telling you in a nutshell what actually matters. What actually gets you consistency and stability. This is the life hack. Genuinely. So, talking about females, for example, exactly, this is it, motherfuckers, listen. For example, talking about females, I was so sexy and full of muscles, as you know. So I just, even when I was wearing a simple fucking t-shirt, my chest was out, big shoulders, jacked arms, six-pack, sexy man, okay. And some females would look at me, with desire, And then guess what they would do after that? They would look at me and check their tits out. Genuinely. I know maybe you've seen that scenario plenty of times. If you're a girl, you might have done that without you being conscious of it. But I paid attention to what those motherfucking females do. And that's exactly, like, almost more than 80% of the females who are sexually interested in me check their fucking tits out. They just looked at me, okay, cool, and they checked their tits out. Why the fuck? And I was thinking, my mentality was so simple, because I never existed in doubt. I did not even needed any proof. I did not even needed to check myself out in order for me to just know that I was valuable. No, I did not needed to check myself out because I had it as a thought. I had full control over my mind. Whereas those motherfucking girls would go, oh yeah, am I actually valuable? They would doubt themselves. For me, that thing was just like a weakness. I remember myself like being begged for, and after that, seeing those motherfucking girls checking their tits out, it's just like, oh shit. They don't have control over their mind. They have not hacked their mind. They don't know my mind hack. They don't know what positive thinking is. They don't know what, I wouldn't even say affirmation, but they can't control their own mind. They doubt themselves. This is it. If you doubt yourself, you never stand a chance of winning at all. So how the fuck do you expect me to doubt myself? This is the reason why, in so many scenarios, in so many situations, I don't give a fuck about girls around me. Like, so many people are obsessed with tits, man, and asses, blah, blah. They check girls out. To be honest with you, I'm too selfish to care about girls. I know, like, it sounds controversial as fuck for me to say that, but this is the fucking truth. All I care about is my attention, my value, my supercars, my money, my muscles, my masculinity, my body language, my fucking speeches, blah, blah, blah. My fame as well. This is it. I'm too selfish to care about pieces of meat. Like, how insignificant of a thing for you to obsess over. You get what I'm saying? So that's exactly my mentality. This is it. I hacked my life. All you need to fucking do is remind yourself of your own worth and be smart enough to understand what matters from the other side of the equation, or from your viewer's eyes. This is it. I mean, it's as simple as that. I told you, if I were to go back in time, when did that fucking downward spiral start? I believe it started, wait a second, I got kicked out of the fucking job. You know what? I have access. Here it is. I have access to the information here. I can see the exact time, the exact date on which I got fired from that job. So Stewart, oh shit, what's this? Anyway, Stewart, it was in early November. Okay, so honestly guys, it was early November 2025. So I kept it actually was a streak. I kept a streak from the 22nd of May till November, early November 2025. So, okay, let's say June, July, August, September, October, 5 months. Wait a second. Again, dipshits. So full month, June, July, August, September, October, 5 months. 5 months of fucking, endless work every fucking day. Endless work. My mindset was consistent. You know what, holy shit. This is the reason why I was trying to avoid working jobs. Because for whatever reason, I believed like jobs changed my mentality. Changed my, I wouldn't even say self-talk, but my consistent thoughts. But I was not aware of this fucking mind hack. This is a hack. This is a life hack. If I were to go back in time, if I were to resist this fucking downward spiral of me losing my worth, because my actual worth was my consistent thinking. My actual worth did not stem from boxing I'm not saying boxing is bad. I'm saying in that current time, the best possible move that I could have made was to think positively and remind myself of my own fucking value. That would have been a great. That would have avoided me going on a fucking downward spiral. Genuinely. Without exaggeration, guys. That's what truly matters. So, yeah, I could have kept going to the gym consistently because I could afford that and it did not require me to use my left lower leg. It's so simple. Even though I was lumping. I was lumping when I would walk. But I could go to the gym and lift weights. It wasn't even that hard. So, yeah, that was it. And my value, honestly, I mean, I don't want you to sit there on your fucking ass, jerking off, thinking positively and reminding yourself of your own worth just because you did nothing, achieved nothing. That shit can destroy you, genuinely. And, perhaps, once I understood this mind hack, I wanted to challenge it. And fuck up in my life and not do work and waste time and have fun instead while trying to keep thinking positively about myself. But in reality is, if you don't do any work, if you're actually fucking up, like jerking off or watching porn or wasting time or playing video games, if you're participating in losers activities, guess what? This mind hack ain't gonna work. This mind hack only works when you are consistent with the good habits that you're doing every single day. And it helps you to maintain consistency, which is more important than anything. Like, yeah, of course, who can't go to the gym and commit themselves for a week? But what actually gets you to stay consistent on going to the gym every single day for a year, let's say? Look, for me right now, this thing is different because I did it. Right now for me it's just a habit. I can't not do it because I can't view myself to be the kind of person who doesn't go to the gym every day. Because by the time it just becomes like who you are. It becomes your identity. But it's not a big deal. It's not too late for anybody. And everybody is welcome to try this fucking mind hack and share all your stories, all the success stories, even if you failed with them, which is highly unlikely. But update me, comment down below, tell me what you think of this fucking mind hack. Tell me if you've heard something similar. Tell me share with the audience, what new ideas would you add? What things you disagree with me with, or you disagree with me on. And let's share some ideas, guys. Because that's what I believe is the key. I wouldn't even say happiness. Life is not about happiness. Life is about consistency and achievements. This is it. If I want to achieve money, I need to have... Wait a second. Is it about an identity? Perhaps it ties to the identity shift thing. When I say identity shift, what is an identity? An identity is just like a constant way for you to view yourself, right? This is how you identify as a person, your constant thoughts. I'm telling you that without any force, without any aggression, without any jerk activities, right? You can sit there and just keep thinking constantly, reminding yourself of your own value, no matter what happens. Most of you fuckers, the reason why you go to those addictions, blah, blah, or you engage with dumb shit is because you believe that you are so stressed of things that happened to you in the past that you had no control over at the time. Let me give you an example. Let's say, how can I say that? Let's say, what kind of scenario I'm trying to think about? Well. For example, random thing off the top of my head. You are in public transportation. You open your WhatsApp and you see your mom sending you stupid pictures of the kitchen, right? Of the kitchen, of a plate, for example. Complaining at you, telling you, why didn't you wash the plate you ate with? Right? And you open this fucking WhatsApp conversation in public. in the train, or or maybe in a fucking bus, who fucking knows. Well, and other like 5, 6 other people started laughing at you. They read the fucking message from your mother, they saw the picture, they got the context, they started laughing at you. You can consider this thing to be stressful and then go and relieve his stress and jerk off after that and stay a loser. Or you can, at the time of this fucking incident happening, you can affect your thoughts in real time and think, okay, I'm a valuable individual. This thing doesn't define my worth. I'm a valuable individual because of XYZ. And if you can't name XYZ, if you can't actually take, proof of your actions and use them as a weapon for your mindset to get validated, then this mind hack ain't gonna work. I'm reminding you. So for example, if I were in that situation, I would go, okay, I'm right. Okay, right now doesn't really matter. Don't live in right now. Most people live in right now. Most people define worth on right now, and this is a big mistake. You know what? Even no matter what you're thinking about me, whether it's negative, positive, you're thinking about my color, you're thinking about my height, you're thinking about the shape of my fucking nose, you're thinking about my accent, you're thinking about the shape of my teeth. I don't give a fuck. I genuinely don't care. Whether thinking about my muscles or blah fucking blah, or the color of my shoes, who cares? This thing, I'm gonna use it. I am not what happens to me. I am not what you think about me. I am what I think about the world around me. This is the beauty of it. This is the power of it. This is super important. I might as well, the Dawn, the genius, I might as well go back to this video to remind myself of this mind hack, because it's super important. So if I were in that situation, I would be constantly thinking about my own worth. I would say, okay, my attention is high value. I wouldn't even consider other people around me. I would be always thinking in my mind. I wouldn't need because if you're genuinely thinking positively about yourself, the environment becomes like a secondary thing, or maybe a non-existent thing. Genuinely, try it, and you're gonna see the results. So if I were in that situation, I'd go, yeah, my attention is high value because I go to the gym and I'm a strong guy. My attention is high value because I tried to sell this. I tried to use this tactic to sell this product to X person. My attention is high value because I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning. My attention is high value because I went for a run and I sweated. My attention is high value because I'm gonna buy a Ferrari. I'm an exceptional individual. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna win. This is even most of them are laughing at me. You know what? I would trick my own brain. Nobody wants to say that to you. You can trick your own brain and interpret those negative experiences in a positive way that actually makes you powerful. So let's say I was in that scenario, right? And those people are laughing at me. You know how I would frame that? Because it's all about how you frame it. It's all about how you view it. It genuinely is that way. So let me give you an example. If I were in that situation and other people were laughing at me, I'd sit there and go, okay, they're laughing at me because I'm worthy. They're laughing at me because my attention is high value. This is the proof. Them laughing at me is the proof that my attention is high value. Who's going to win in the end? I mean, genuinely, to be honest with you, I don't care about the truth. So many people are obsessed with the truth. No, the truth is how you frame it. Why would you frame things in ways that take away power from you? Why would you believe in dumb shit? Why would you believe in reality? Because it is actually subjective. It's subjective. It's all completely down to what's going on in your head. This is a life secret. This is going to be, perhaps YouTube is going to take it down. I'm not quite sure for how long this video is going to stay online. But if watching this right now, it will be taken down very soon, because a lot of people are going to find it controversial. A lot of people do not want me to share the secrets of the world with people because it's a controversial tactic. But I can frame anything. You can set me on fire. I'm going to say, okay, you know what? This is the same reason. I was thinking about it today. I was like, why do I enjoy pain so much? Because I framed it. I framed it as an important element for success. This is it. This is how I frame pain and look at it. Okay, this is proof that I'm great. Yeah, pain is a proof that I'm actually gonna become successful. This is proof. This is it. It's actually proof. Yes. This is the beauty of pain. This is why I love pain so much. You can just, you know what? No matter how hard it is, I'm gonna keep going. No matter how hard it is, no matter how hard the training is or sweating, I love the sweating. I love the sweating. I love pain. You know what? It's all down to what's going on in your head. For example, let's say it would happen to me a lot of times. Let's say something steps on my fucking finger, one of my finger in my fucking one of my feet, right? So I can sit there and feel the pain and think, this is bad, like 99% of people. Or I can sit there and enjoy pain. Think, yeah, this is good. This is great. I'm actually enjoying it. Because you can trick this. You can trick this to live a better life. You can trick this to just become more powerful. You can trick this to make more money. You can trick this to drive supercars. You can trick this to viewing the environment out there. And just filtering things to ensure your own power. That's what I have to say. That's all I have to. For you, I mean. Right now I need to prepare my fucking meal so tomorrow I can have my interview with the police. That's all about it, motherfuckers. Keep this mind hack in mind.